Hey, what's up, Salt Lake City dog owners? How would you like it if your dog listened to you the first time every time? Like you said sit once, you said down once, you said... That's what we're going to show you today. It's called the obedience formula. It's a formula that we've developed for teaching your dog to do it no dog's perfect, but basically every single time you ask your dog to do something, he just does it the first time. You don't got to tell him a million times. You're just going to have first command obedience. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a good chance you've only... Come on. You're getting all stuck. There we go. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a good chance you haven't seen the other parts because this is part of a 10-part series, and by itself, this video is going to be super helpful. So make sure that you watch it, but it goes really well with the rest of our 10-part series. You can grab the entire thing down in the description below. There's a link in there. You can grab the full 10-part series and make sure to watch it. There's some great stuff in there. The whole point of this is for those that are looking to hire a dog trainer here in Salt Lake City. If you're looking to hire a trainer, we're going to show you exactly what we do. We're going to pull back the curtain and show you all of our methods. And that will let you know if we're the right company for you or not. Or if you're not looking to hire a dog trainer, that's totally fine too. Then just use this video training series to improve your dog a whole heck of a lot. So, but yeah, watch this video. We're going to teach our obedience formula and how you can get your dog to have first command obedience every time. Watch to the end. All right, guys, how many of you would like for your dog to listen to you the first time every time? I'm talking, you say sit once instead of 48 times. You say down once instead of a bunch of times. You say come once instead of a bunch of times. This is very accomplishable. I'm sure you've seen dogs like this in your lifetime that do that. I know they're rare, but you can have a dog that does that. I'm going to tell you about our obedience formula. Let me explain it to you, then I'm actually show you exactly how to do it. It's a very simple formula. So what the formula is we're always going to give a dog a free command. So a free command means I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to give a correction. I'm not going to give a treat. I'm not going to, I'm not even going to do a lot of helping like sit, buddy. I'm just going to simply say it and just, I try to make sure I say it in a touch sharper tone, but not like a harsh tone at all. I'd be like sit, versus sit, because we want the dog to be able to pick it out. But I'm going to always give a free command. I'm going to tell him, sit, for example. If the dog obeys, the formula says, we praise, good boy, good job, maybe give a treat or something like that. If the dog disobeys, we don't get upset, ever. It's never about like, oh, you didn't sit when I told you to. So if the dog disobeys, we're going to calmly repeat the command. I'm going to repeat sit, but I'm going to give a little bit of a correction with it. In this case, we're going to do just a little tug on the leash here. Now, if he still doesn't sit, sit. If he still doesn't sit, sit. I'm going to use just these little quick corrections to get him to actually obey. Now, once he obeys, the formula says we praise. So even if I had to give some corrections, I'm going to praise him on the tail end of that so that he realizes this is a good thing. Even though I made a mistake, this is how we do it. And then the final part of the formula is we're going to insist on permanence. And what I mean by that is keep doing the command until we've released you. So if I told you to heel, keep heeling with me until I release you. If I told you to sit, keep sitting until I release you. If I told you to go to your bed, keep doing that. Keep doing that until I've told you to release you. And so that's our formula. One free command. If he obeys, we praise and we reinforce with some good praise or treats. If he disobeys, we're going to repeat with a correction, and then we're going to insist on, then we'll praise, and then we'll insist on permanence. And so we always end with praise, and we always insist on permanence, and we always reinforce. We're going to reinforce with a correction, reinforce with some praise. You're going to want to make sure that for the first little while, you've always got a leash on your dog, because otherwise, you're going to tell the dog to do something, he's not going to do it, and you have no way to reinforce any which way. And so don't give commands that you're not in a position to back up. That's a critical component. So give me a second, I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. Hey, Salt Lake City dog owners, I want to do a quick breakaway. Because if people make mistakes in their dog training, it's often in the obedience formula. So I want you to internalize it. And this is going to sound silly, but what I like for people to do is picture, go through repetitions in their mind, because if you can create it in your mind, when it comes time to actually do it, you can do it better. But I want you to picture the entire formula, that you're sitting there, you're telling your dog sit, he doesn't sit. So you repeat with a correction, or whatever the case might be, sit, down, whatever. I want you to go through it in your head, because I can explain it to people, they understand it, and then we go to practice it, and almost always the first thing they do is they say sit, and the dog doesn't sit, so they just say sit again. So they're giving 2 free commands, or 3 free commands, or 4 free commands. They just keep saying it. You know, they understand the concept, but when it comes time to do it, they just don't do it. So make it happen in your head before it happens in real life. And recognize that every time my dog doesn't obey, I need to reinforce with a little bit of correction to make sure that we can get the dog to obey. It's one of the bigger mistakes that I see people make, and it's so easy to avoid.
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to work on this obedience formula. We're going to use the down command. Now, in this guy's case, we're going to do the down because he's got some skin issues, he's got some food allergies, and he's a little bit itchy on his back. And so sometimes like I'll kind of push down on the dog's rear end to help them. And he's a little bit sensitive back there. So we're going to work on the down. Okay, come on, buddy. So I'm going to give him his free command, down, down. Good boy. So he didn't down. So on the second one, I just gave a little tug as I repeated. Now, let's say he hadn't down on that second one. I would have said down for a third time with just a little tug. And then a fourth time, just a little tug. Now, we're gonna insist on permanence. So this is what that means. If he gets up, the free command is gone. He already had it the first time. So whether it's 2 seconds later, 2 minutes later, 20 minutes later, 2 hours later, if he gets up without being invited, I'm going to immediately repeat, but I'm gonna give a quick, down, down, down. There you go, good boy. I'm out of treats right now, sorry, buddy. But you see how he got up and it was down, down, down. You want to be calm. You try to be rhythmic as well. By rhythmic, I mean down, down, down. If you're rhythmic, you're predictable. If you're predictable, the dog's going to get it. So it's the same concept for sit, sit, sit. It's the same concept to get him to wait at the door, wait, wait. Always give that free command. And if he listens, great. And if he doesn't listen, we're not mad. We're just going to calmly repeat with a little bit of a correction until the dog does it. And then you're in good shape. So now it's time to do it with your dog. All right, dog owners here in Salt Lake, in Salt Lake City. I'm not in Salt Lake City right now. I'm in New York City. But dog owners that are dealing with obedience challenges, do this. This obedience formula, it takes work, but internalize it, understand it, do it, because it's so much more fun to have a dog who actually listens to you every single time versus a dog who's constantly off, doing his own thing and whatnot. So make sure that you actually work on this. Down in the description section, if you haven't already, go grab the free 10-day training course that I'm giving out, showing you exactly how we do training here. Go grab that course, and I'll see you on the other training.